Whether you like it or not, you're changing. And if you're not improving, you're becoming weaker. You wake up every day believing that nothing is changing, that nothing is really happening yet. But something is happening. You are changing, and you're probably getting weaker. Every choice you make is shaping you. Every habit you repeat is reinforcing something. Every time you avoid discomfort, your nervous system learns a lesson. And the lesson is simple. This is who you are now. You don't wake up weak one day. You don't suddenly lose discipline. You train yourself into it, quietly, daily, without ceremony. You train yourself when you hit snooze instead of standing up. You train yourself when you scroll instead of thinking. And the most dangerous part? Your mind rewards you for it. It gives you relief. It gives you comfort. It tells you, it's fine, you'll do it later. And that relief feels good in the moment, but it has a cost. Most people think weakness feels painful. It doesn't. Weakness feels comfortable. It feels like familiarity. It feels like choosing the option that doesn't challenge your identity. But strength feels different. Strength feels threatening at first. Because strength requires you to act against who you've been practicing being, and that creates internal resistance. So instead of calling it what it is, you rename it. You call it stress. You call it low motivation. But what you're really feeling is friction between who you are and who you could be. Here's the truth most people never confront. Your comfort zone is not protecting you. It's conditioning you. It's teaching your body and mind that avoidance is the correct response to pressure. And over time, that response becomes automatic. You don't even think about it anymore. You just pull back. You hesitate. You delay. You rationalize. And then you wonder why discipline feels impossible. But discipline isn't impossible. It's just unfamiliar. Because you haven't practiced it recently. Think about that. You don't rise to discipline in moments of crisis. You fall to whatever behavior you've rehearsed the most. And right now, you've been rehearsing comfort. That's not a moral failure. It's a mechanical one. But mechanics still matter. Because your nervous system doesn't care about your goals. It cares about patterns. It reinforces what you repeat. This is why motivation never lasts. Motivation is emotional, but patterns are structural. You can feel inspired for an hour, but your habits will pull you back to baseline. That baseline is who you've been training yourself to be. And if you don't consciously change the training, the outcome doesn't change. Every time you avoid the hard thing, you're not just skipping effort. You're teaching yourself a belief. The belief that discomfort is dangerous. The belief that pressure should be escaped. And over time, those beliefs calcify. And then even small challenges feel overwhelming. Not because they are, but because your tolerance has shrunk. You didn't lose strength, you stopped using it. The modern world makes this worse. Everything is optimized for ease, for speed, for stimulation without effort. Food arrives instantly. Entertainment never ends. Discomfort is treated like a problem to eliminate. So when real effort shows up, your body resists it. Not because you're broken, but because you've been overprotected. And anything overprotected becomes fragile. But this fragility isn't about physical weakness. It's about low tolerance. Low tolerance for boredom. Low tolerance for effort. That's why stillness feels uncomfortable. That's why starting feels heavy. Your system isn't trained for it, but it can be. Strength is not something you discover. It's something you condition. And conditioning is boring. It's repetitive. It's unglamorous. It requires you to show up before you feel confident. This is where most people quit. They expect discipline to feel empowering immediately. Instead, it feels restrictive. At first, anyway. Because discipline removes options. It removes negotiation. It removes the illusion that you can do whatever you want whenever you want. And that feels like loss. Until you realize what you're gaining. What discipline actually gives you is stability, predictability, and self-trust. When you do what you said you'd do, consistently, your mind relaxes. It stops arguing. It stops second-guessing. It stops draining you with internal debate. You conserve energy, not by doing less, but by deciding once and just doing it. This is why disciplined people appear calm. Not because life is easier, but because they're not fighting themselves all day. Right now, you're probably thinking about all the times you tried, the routines that didn't last, the plans that fell apart. And you might be telling yourself, I'm just not built for discipline. But that's another lie comfort teaches you. You weren't failing because you lacked discipline. You were failing because you treated discipline like a feeling instead of a practice. You tried to feel disciplined instead of acting disciplined. Discipline is not intensity, it's consistency. It's doing the same small things even when nothing exciting happens, especially when nothing exciting happens, because that's when identity is forged. In repetition, in silence, in the days that feel insignificant. Here's the shift you need to make. Stop asking, how do I feel today? And start asking, what does the standard require? Because standards remove emotion from the equation. They don't care if you're tired. They don't care if you're unmotivated. They only care if you show up. And when you show up enough times, something changes. Not dramatically, but gradually. Your tolerance expands. What used to feel hard becomes normal. What used to feel impossible becomes expected. That's how strength is built. Not through breakthroughs, through baseline shifts. And understand this, you don't need to become extreme. You just need to become consistent. 1 or 2 non-negotiables, simple rules, clear expectations. The mistake most people make is trying to change everything at once. But that's not discipline, that's chaos. Discipline is narrow, focused, relentless in a few key areas, and boring everywhere else. You don't need a perfect life. You need a controlled one. Controlled sleep, controlled inputs. Not rigid, just intentional. Because intention is what separates growth from falling behind. Right now, your life is teaching you something, every day. The question is whether you like the lesson. If you don't, the answer isn't motivation. It's retraining, slowly, deliberately, patiently. You don't overpower weakness, you out-practice it. And here's the part that matters most. No one else can do this for you. No speech, no video, no mentor. This is internal, private, built in moments no one applauds. And that's why it works. That's why it lasts. You are either training yourself to be weaker or training yourself to be stronger. There is no neutral repetition. So decide. Not emotionally, not dramatically. Decide through action. One standard, one habit, one commitment you refuse to break, and then keep it, long after the feeling fades. That's discipline. That's strength. And that's how a man rebuilds himself from the inside out. What you repeat in silence is what you become.